meteorologist Mark Molnar with Weather Northeastern. Let's take a look at viewer sent in photos and videos. We have a ton to show you because we had quite a stormy weekend for much of the Northeast. Firstly, let's take Matthew Serber from the Marion, Virginia area. Take a look at this video here shot. This was on February 14th, the evening of February 14th. He said it was associated with the clipper that was transferring its energy to the New England coast. And as you can see, look at this tremendous amount of heavy snow coming down across the area, piling up very quickly in a short period of time. So very nice capture here, and he described it as getting very dark very fast. So these snow squalls can come up on you very, very quickly. And to say the least, this was the story of many people that had to endure this Alberta clipper. So thank you, Matthew Serber, for sending this video in. And he has a photo as well. So thank you very much. And that just shows you just how far south the extent of this clipper extended. This was before the major storm that moved across the south and produced a wide swath of snow later Sunday night into Monday. So this was back on February 14th, the evening of. Let's take a look at upstate New York. Robert Jason Stone from the Bergen, New York area over the past weekend. He not only had to endure heavy snow with the clipper, but he had to endure the very cold temperatures and the wind chill warnings in effect. And as you can see, his photos really demonstrate here how much snow has piled up over the last couple weeks across the Bergen, New York area. So very nice capture. And he also does have a video, in fact, a weather report of himself here in one of the parking lots here of Bergen, New York. And I'll let you listen in on this for about the next 50 seconds to a minute. Thank you, Robert Jason Stone.
Well, hello there, Mark. I'm over here in Bergen, New York, as you can right here. We're going to get away from these big motors here. Show you some of the snow coming down. It's a different phone from what I've been using, so. My other one died 56 a.m. A car coming in the driveway. Try to give you an idea. I guess that's a red truck here. Coming down at a pretty good rate, that's for sure. We're here in Bergen, New York. This here is a new 7-Eleven. They ripped down the old building and installed a brand new facility here, parking here. Across the street over there, you can see it maybe through all the snow, is the Bergen Family Restaurant. Then they built that other fuel stop or car stop, whatever it is. It's got a Dunkin' Donuts in there. Sizable.
And that was Robert Jason Stone from the Bergen, New York area, describing quite a wintry scene. Temperatures the following morning were down to as much as minus 12 degrees. So thank you for your report, Robert, and stay safe on those roads. Now, let's take a look at for the area of southern Pennsylvania. Now, he doesn't have any photos or videos, Derek Rentschler from Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, but he does have something to describe around about 7 p.m. on February 14th, Saturday. He did get about 1.5 inches of snow in about a 15-minute time frame. So that was a tremendous amount of snow that came down, and it accumulated quite readily and quickly with that Alberta clipper. So this clipper did have quite a squall line that extended through much of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and down into portions of the South. So thank you, Derek, for that report as well. And, of course, I have some news from the Nova Scotia area receiving quite a bit of snow from the Kentville area. Thank you, Adam Dill, for sending me some of your snapshots as well. Anywhere from 30 to as much as, and I've heard some reports of upwards of 50, 60 centimeters here of snow across the area. So that was a large swath of snow that occurred, and for American viewers, that's anywhere from 10 to as much as 30 inches of snow on up. So that's a large swath of snow, but the popular amounts were anywhere from 15 to 25 inches. And as you can see by his photos here, that's a lot of snow, 30 to as much as 60 centimeters in many areas from the closer to the New Brunswick coast and into especially the northern coast away from the Atlantic coast. So very nice snow captures here. Adam Dill from Nova Scotia. So let's take a look right into what we've got going on in the world of weather here. We've got a tremendous amount of cold air, and this pattern will continue over the next, say, 7 to 10 days. And there's hints that this pattern might start to break down over the next, say, couple weeks here out west. We might start to get this ridge broken down, but I don't see any evidence as of late of yet. So continue with this polar vortex here in the east, and with the jet stream so far to the south, we could very well see some southern snowstorms and some mid-Atlantic snowstorms too. I know some of you in the mid-Atlantic are running a snow deficit, and it looks like sometime next week we could have a system that ejects out of these southern states. That being said, let's take a look at precipitation totals. During the next 5 days out west, you're pretty benign here, with most of the systems riding into the northwestern part of North America, and then they ride down here across the plains, pick up moisture in the southeast, and look at that. You see that pattern here from the Mississippi River Valley up into the Ohio River Valley, the Appalachians, Mid-Atlantic, and eventually up into the northeast. Most of this occurring later Sunday into Monday. So let's get right into snowfall amounts during the next, say, 48 to 60 hours. This takes us roughly through Thursday night, early Friday. We'll see a general accumulation, 2 to 4 inches being very popular here across upstate New York, northeast Pennsylvania, extending even southward down towards the Alleghenies, the Laurel Highlands, portions of the Susquehanna River Valley here, and then on up to the St. Lawrence River Valley, all the way up to the Adirondacks, the White Mountains, maybe as much as 3, maybe 5 inches here across southern Quebec and northern Maine. Let's get right into the surface maps, heading right on into your Wednesday here. Really interesting with this clipper here. We will see a couple inches. That's what those snowfall totals I was showing you, as this clipper moves quickly through the area. You can see behind it, it will usher in much colder air, but we'll see a brief period of, if you want to call it a heat wave, but it's not much of a heat wave to say the least, but to us it will feel like somewhat of a heat wave, bringing some moisture up with it into New England as well. Heading on into your Thursday, that clipper sweeps to the east, blustery and cold conditions. This is going to be a day where you just want to stay inside. You don't really want to do much of anything across to the northeast here. Lots of single digits from the New York State Thruway, even southward to the PA Turnpike. Northward into Canada, unfortunately, we got to deal with negative readings, well below 0 in Fahrenheit and Celsius. You're knocking all the way down towards negative 20s and 30s. Look at this into New England. Really frigid and cold, continuing especially into the overnight hours. Heading on into your Friday here, not getting much better here. Still very cold, crisp, and very chilly, and daytime highs not getting out of the single digits. We head on into Saturday. This is where we start to see a bit of a break in the cold air, if you can call it much of a break. It doesn't get many areas above 32, but we start to get this system moving in from the Ohio River Valley, and we start to bring in some southerly air here, and that's where we get the idea here that we will see some areas along the coastal plain breaking above 32. Inland areas maybe approaching 28 to 30 degrees, and we'll continue to watch that here, as this system could be a big player into next week, and something along the Mississippi River Valley, the Ohio River Valley, and eventually the East Coast. I'll have much more details on that because that's a really complicated scenario. There's a lot of details to iron out in that. I'm going to have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and to northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. It's Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark. 5-day, here it is. Look at that. Starting off okay, but it will be a snowy one for your Wednesday. For any one of you that's celebrating Ash Wednesday, it's upon us there. Snow is likely, upwards of 2 to as much as 4 inches through the Wednesday evening commute time, heading on into your Thursday. Look at this, cold and wintry, maybe not getting much above 0 on your Thursday, heading on into Friday, not much better. We might make it to 7 or 8. Overnight lows continuing to be down towards -10, but it's by the weekend we start to get that warm up. We get that chance of snow, especially Saturday, late Saturday PM into Saturday night. We start to maybe get a couple inches, but then Sunday into Monday we start to knock those temperatures back down with that clipper moving through. So it seems every time we get a slight brief warm up, it doesn't get above freezing, but we knock it right back down to the single digits. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.